The most beloved character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the greatest superhero, our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, created by writer-editor Stan Lee and artist Steve Ditko. This Marvel superhero gained a place in all our hearts, with pleasant character, actions, comedy, etc. We all have watched Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and Tom Holland Spider-Man. So to all Spider-Man enthusiasts, which among these Spider-Man characters you love the most, slingshot your opinions in the comments. In this video, we are going to talk about the Easter eggs that you missed in Tom Holland's Spider-Man No Way Home. A true Spider-Verse event that start to finish is a love letter to the web-slinger's full cinematic history and the introduction to the multiverse concept in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The movie gave all of us goosebumps and nostalgic feelings by bringing back past Peter Parkers in subtler ways, echoing little moments that prove how, despite all these guys from different backgrounds were destined to cross paths, gel together, and rescue the Tom Holland Spider who faces massive threats from the Dr. Octopus, the Green Goblin, the Sandman from Tobey Maguire Spider-Man universe, the Electro and Lizard from Andrew Garfield Spider-Man universe. So let's get started. MJ's Broken Necklace. So in the ending scene of Spider-Man Far From Home, MJ is among the crowd in the street looking at Tom Holland, who is standing above. She is in her Joan of Arc shirt, but the three extras behind her are dressed exactly like the three guys behind MJ in the Far From Home scene. But the one major difference is that MJ now wears the broken black dahlia necklace that Peter bought her in Venice in Spider-Man Far From Home and gave to her. She says, "I'd actually like it better broken." This necklace is the key to Peter and MJ's relationship. This is because in the final scene, despite the memory of all who knew Spider-Man was vanished by Doctor Strange, something compels her to keep wearing that proof that she wasn't just with Peter since he was Spider-Man, and that she will wait forever for that love because she likes things better broken. Number 2. Better broken. I actually like it better broken. MJ knows things can never be perfect, and her mantra is expect disappointment and you will never get disappointed, and that is why she refuses to let Peter say, "I love you" in the last scenes of No Way Home in order to leave things broken, give and him a chance and a reason to find her. Number 3. He's just a kid. One of the onlookers asks, "You're just a kid." It's a nod to that onlooker on the train at Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2 in 2004 when Tobey Maguire unmasked a passenger in that train in which Tobey rescued says, "He's just a kid." But in that movie, Tobey's Peter's exposure was met with gratitude and sympathy, leaving him with faith in humanity. But this Peter's exposure is met with hostility, leaving him more cynical. Number 4. Billboards. As Peter and MJ swing through the city, they pass a few billboards. Billboards for Rogers and musicals, which we saw in Hawkeye. There are also billboards for Fortnite and the Hyundai Ioniq 5, which did a cross-promotional campaign with the film its slogan, "Electrify Your Journey," which of course ties in with Electro. There's also a PlayStation billboard because the movie was distributed by Sony Pictures. Number 5. The Tramp. They land on Queensboro Bridge with the nearby Roosevelt Island Tramway, the same location as the final showdown in the 2002 film. Number 6. The Manhole cover. We see Peter and MJ get out from the manhole and swing away, and we see a close-up of the manhole since these are shout-outs to the past eras, which is a call back to the closing shot of the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Number 7. Captain America's shield at the Statue of Liberty. In the background, we hear the news, "Gonna put the Captain America shield on the Statue of Liberty." That's ridiculous. It is the details throughout this movie foreshadow the final act that takes place at the Statue of Liberty, and we can see how most people in New York Rebel putting Cap's shield on that statue. And this shield's falling is what almost causes MJ to fall to her death, and it's literally on that shield where Peter almost makes his worst decision to kill Goblin. Number 8. Lego Death Star. As Peter gets his college rejection letters, Dummy, the robot from the Iron Man films that we saw him bickering with Homecoming, reassembles the Lego Death Star set that Peter and Ned worked on in Homecoming, but then at the end, Dummy breaks similarly to Ned did in that movie. This parallels the way the actual Death Star was destroyed twice in the first and the third movies of the Star Wars trilogy. Number 9. Doctor Strange. Peter meets Doctor Strange and tries to convince him and help Peter to help him, and Peter says, "It's not about me. I mean, this is really hurting a lot of people." Peter actually unknowingly repeats the Ancient One's core lesson to Doctor Strange in the 2016 film, "It's not about you." And that is what makes Strange want to help Peter. But Wong warns Strange about his memory wipe spell called the Runes of Kafkal as spell travels the dark borders between known and unknown reality. And this is what we witness about the known and unknown reality, in which in the last scene where the sky breaks, making an opening for all known villains of Spider-Man and villains who Peter doesn't personally know. And saying this is too dangerous. And Strange sarcastically says, "Do you remember the full moon party at Kamar Taj?" Replying, "No, exactly," indicates Strange has used this dangerous reality warping spell before, and one of many violations that probably led to the crisis of multiverse madness. Wong then says, "Just leave me out of this," which might be his way of saying, "Don't include me in the memory wipe spell," so that he can remember Peter. Number 10. Multiverse Crossovers. When Strange starts the spell, Peter asks Strange to exclude MJ and Ned and Aunt May and Happy from the memory wipe spell. But then Peter causes serious disturbances, thus causing Strange to lose concentration while using that spell. Then Peter panics and shouts, "Basically, everyone that knew that I was Spider-Man before should still know." The moment the multiverse men cross over right before Strange sees the purple silhouette of the lizard and the over Peter's shoulder is one of those other villains, a hulking figure that's actually Venom, who also crossed over into the MCU only briefly during this event, and behind the lizard you can start to see dozens of glowing dots, just a hint that there are even more multiversal threats. Number 11. License plates. Peter was going to meet the women of MIT at the bridge, so there we can see numerous cars with license plates as references in the movie. Peter passes a car with the license plates E-side. If we rearrange these, we will get the word Spideys plural, a clue for the multiple Spider-Men in this movie. The MIT woman's car has a tag 63 of 5 and 3, a nod to the Amazing Spider-Man number 3 in 1963. The comic debut of Doc Ock makes his MCU debut in this scene footage. Peter also passes a taxi number 1228, a nod to Stanley's birthday of December 28, 1922. Another license plate reads 6306 ASM for the Amazing Spider-Man number 6 in 1963, which was the debut of Kurt Connor's The Lizard. Number 12. Spider-Man. When all the Spider-Men assemble at the Statue of Liberty for the final showdown, they initially don't have that mutual understanding between them, but after Tom gives them pep talks and Peter's jump is unique to their respective era. Toby does a double front flip, Tom does a frog pose, and Andrew does a clean nose dive, and at the end of the sequence, they land in the order of their eras, Toby first, Andrew second, Tom third. Number 13. MJ's fall. MJ falls from the scaffolding, framing her just like Gwen's death drop. Since Andrew lost his beloved the similar way MJ fell, he doesn't want to lose another life similar to Gwen's. So he retakes the plunge, except this time he focuses more on the leap instead of on his webbing. He catches her in his arms instead of clutching her with the web to avoid that whiplash. Number 14. Multiverse Threats or other variants. Purple portals open in the sky, making way for the others to come. The visible silhouettes include Madame Web, the superior Spider-Man armor with multiple arms, Kraven the Hunter, the Scorpion in the original comics form, Black Cat, Rhino, and later Miles Morales. Number 15. Deja vu. Peter then takes a visit to MJ, who works at a shop. But that meeting between them evokes deja vu the way MJ feels a lingering sense of recognition, plus the fact that she is still wearing that broken black dahlia necklace tells us that some part of her still remembers Peter. So guys, we've come to the end of our video. Hope you guys loved my video. Don't forget to like the video and share this video and subscribe to my channel. See you all in the next video.